Hello my friends, Denise here, personal development coach, former firefighter and therapist, and founder and CEO of Courageous Leadership Academy. And today I want to talk about Don Miguel Ruiz's third agreement, don't make assumptions. Now this one's really interesting to me because the power of not making assumptions becomes apparent oftentimes only after we made the assumption and discovered we were wrong. What do I mean by that? Well, it's like this. So years ago when I graduated from college and I went to work for a good company like my family wanted me to. And I was miserable. I wasn't happy doing it. And so I was just deciding, hey, I'm going to make a change, and just exploring possibilities. And I ran into someone and we had a lot in common and we just had a really great conversation. And this friend said, hey, I don't know, I heard you're looking for a new career option and I don't know if you've ever thought about being a firefighter. My first words out of my mouth, women don't do that. That was an assumption. Now thank God she was there and she said, well, actually women do. I'm a woman and I'm a firefighter. But imagine what would have happened even if I had thought about being a firefighter before I met her. And I had that assumption, women don't do that. I never would have pursued that path, ever. Because it would have shut down, those assumptions shut down the possibilities for me. They do that for us every day when we assume. You might look at someone and you make an assumption about them because they're dressed a certain way or because they look a certain way or sound a certain way. You may make an assumption, and maybe that assumption is, I don't want anything to do with that person. Or, oh wow, they have all their stuff together. And you're making an assumption and you don't really know anything about that person because you haven't had a conversation with them. I discovered that, the power of that. Like I was raised to, people with tattoos are bad people. I don't know why my parents thought that, but that's what I was taught. That's what my family believed, and that's what they passed on to me. And, I learned over time that doesn't necessarily mean someone's bad if they have tattoos. Thank God, that I just experienced some really cool people that had them. But, I did encounter a guy one time, and I call him Mr. Tattoo Man, and he was tattooed like all over. And he really had a heart of pure gold. He was one of the kindest people that I've ever met. And I think back to, if I hadn't shifted my assumption along the way, I never would have met Zach, this wonderful, wonderful man. Because that assumption that I had, if I had held on to the one my parents gave me, or my family gave me, I never would have met him, never would have known the kindness that he displayed. Check your assumptions, my friends. Also check the assumptions you're making about yourself. If you hear yourself say, I can't, you're making an assumption. Is that really true? Have you investigated it? Have you tested out that theory? I guess my best suggestion to you, when it comes to assumptions, treat it like it's a theory and you need to test it out. Like, is it really true? So if you see someone or believe something about yourself or hear yourself say, I can't, is that really true? Test it out. Find out for yourself. Like I did with my friend Zach. Test it out. I hope you found this helpful. And I hope that you're aware of how important it is to practice mindfulness so that these little things that we do on an automatic kind of knee-jerk level come to your awareness more frequently so you can make better choices and experience a better life.